Today we have another subscriber of the week, and it is Axel. If you want to become subscriber of the week, just subscribe to this channel and leave down a comment below with the hashtag SOTW for subscriber of the week and for a chance to being a feature here. So without further ado, let's go. Sheesh, what's up? Today we have another episode of I Rate Your Teams, and first of all, I have a guest this time. So a very special guest. How you doing, Ryan?
Hello, hi, how's it going?
I'm fine. So in addition to that, I do have a very special kid on, of course. This time it is France, and it is the legendary Zinedine Zidane, the number 10 from back then. The kid is from 2006. So we were thinking for Christmas to do a collab here and to do a Christmas special where we both look at your teams, and I'm really excited to do it.
Oh, me too. This crossover is a great idea. I'm excited.
Yeah, we should have done it a long time ago, actually.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so
in the previous video I asked you to improve Ronnie's team, and Francis said last team cell Lever get inform Werner, then Follow-Mondi over Roussillon, Courtois over Areola, and inform Kimmich over Tolisso. Thank you for your suggestions, and also before I forget, we also did a team ratings video on Ryan's channel, so definitely check that out after this video. Links are down below in the description, and now we will continue with the video. Bam.
The first team is from Josh. He follows me and joined in February 2019. He says, hashtag Sheesh FIFA, hey YAYA, have around 250,000 to work with, and untradables are Kevin De Bruyne, Mahrez, and Vardy. By the way, I love your videos. Thank you first of all, and now let's check out his team. So, in goal we have Ter Stegen, then we have Carvajal, Ramos, also Longley, and Digne. In the midfield we have Bernat, Kanté, Sissoko, Kevin De Bruyne, and Riyad Mahrez. Up front we have Jamie Vardy. Rebounds are us is this team's name. Funny name, first of all. We have a team value of 1.1 million coins with a budget of 250,000 coins. So, Ryan, what do you think about this squad here?
This is a strong team. He's got some really good players in their positions, and I think that he's got a good amount of coins to improve it. Definitely. If I was to make an improvement straight away, personally, and this is my preference, I prefer Rafael Varane over Ramos. I think that over at that right centre-back spot, swapping those two around would be a pretty good improvement. You'd actually lose out on too many coins. I don't think they're too far priced away from each other. So I think that would be, and it also gets some good French links in there as well with the rest of the squad.
True. Yeah. This is also one. The first change that I would suggest here is Varane over Ramos. I think he goes for 100,000 more than Ramos, but I think it's definitely worth it. Then the second step would be to replace Carvajal by Walker, so get the Manchester City link with Mahrez. Then as a third step, put in Rashford over Vardy. And I don't know, what is your opinion about it? Personally, I do have both players. I did play a lot of games with both, and for me, Rashford was definitely better than Vardy in game.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think the 5-star skills ultimately outweigh 3-star in quite a large capacity with FIFA. There's quite a lot of skill moves that you want from a 4-star or 5-star player that will help in the box and getting towards the area as well. Plus, for me, Vardy felt a little bit clunky on the ball. I don't know about you, but he just felt turning and weaving just wasn't very fluid. The motion wasn't great for me. Got a great shot on him though, I will say that.
Yeah, 100% agree, 100%. The 5-star skills and the agility of Rashford is way better than Vardy's. But as you say, Vardy has an incredible shot. So yeah. But overall, yeah, we would go here with a Rashford as a suggestion. Then as a fourth step, you could replace Bernat on the left midfield position by Coman Road to the Final. So you get the French connection there. Coman, the thing with him is he might get upgraded, so I think his price will remain the same for a couple of weeks or a couple of months maybe, even if Bayern advances to the next stage, which is also a thing to consider here. And also he is quicker, or he's the faster player between them both. Bernat is 89 and Coman is 94, which means that you can give him better chemistry style that doesn't need to boost pace. So instead of giving him Hawk or something, you can give him a Deadeye, which boosts his finishing, for example, by 15. And I think that is a big plus in my opinion. I don't know, how do you see it?
Yeah, I'd agree, definitely. I think that you've got obviously a lot of room to maneuver, having two French players and then an isolated position with only French players touching. Ultimately as well, there could be be some FUT SBCs that come out in the near future that may have, you know, a French left mid or a Premier League left mid that might catch your fancy too. So keep out on the lookout, because I think that position there is one of those positions where you can just have a lot of fun and try a lot of different players. I think Koeman's definitely a good shout. He's a good player this year. I have personally used him, and I thought he's really good, really quick and agile.
Yeah, and then one final suggestion here would be to replace Digne on the left back by Roussillon, because if you do give him an anchor, he also gets the physical boost and has about the same speed that Digne has with the shadow. And I think that alone is a big plus for Roussillon, and also you can save up some coins actually. I would play Roussillon over Digne in form. I don't know, how do you see that one?
Yeah, I agree. I think Digne's has he got like 80 pace, I think?
Yeah, he has 80.
Pace? He's not the quickest. I think you want someone a lot faster in that left back spot. You could go with Roussillon. Another option could be Ferland Mendy.
For sure,
yes. 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot. He's a really, really good left back this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've got a lot of options there, definitely.
Yeah, these would be the two options. Let us know your opinions in the comment section, who you would prefer, Roussillon, Digne, or Ferland. That would be interesting to see. And with that, we will go into the next squad, which is from Ted. He follows me and joined Twitter in December 2019, also fairly new on the platform. And he says, #Sheesh FIFA, #ItsHaber, Guardiola, Nesta, and Mbabu are untradeable, and I have a budget of 100,000. I play 4-1-2-1-2, the second variation in game. Let's check out Ted's team. Ingo, we have Ter Stegen. Then we have Mbabu, Nesta, Longley, and Robertson. In the midfield, we have McGinn, then we have Frenkie de Jong and also Pep Guardiola. Up front we have Riyad Mahrez, then we have Lacazette and Leroy Sané. This team's name is Quincy. It has a team value of roughly 1 million coins and a budget of 100,000 coins. So the idea here is that I will do one and then Ryan will do one, so go for it.
I think that the first thing I would touch upon is replacing Lacazette with his Arsenal counterpart, Aubameyang. I've used Aubameyang a lot this year. His normal card and his player of the month card, and both are fantastic. He's a little bit more expensive. I think he's just over the 100k bracket, but obviously selling the Lacazette would get you the coins to purchase Aubameyang. Quick, very strong, 4-star skills and weak foot, a very, very good player this year, and I think that he'd definitely be a great improvement for the squad.
Absolutely. I was thinking, so we were discussing this beforehand, and I was thinking what you could do, you have him on the bench even, to put Sissoko in over Frenkie de Jong. You told me that a lot of people prefer the higher rated cards, right?
Yeah, so the general consensus I feel is that a lot of people prefer players with better stats elsewhere. I personally prefer looking at players that fit the quote-unquote meta of FIFA, which is someone like Sissoko. But I think that a lot of people enjoy having the higher rated players in their squad.
That's very interesting. I would definitely go for Sissoko here, 100%, because he is a meta player and he's a beast in FIFA. Sissoko is, I don't know, even though he is only 81 rated, he's just incredible. He's fast.
He is really good.
He is physically strong. He is overall a really, really good player. And he's like a cheap Vieira, actually.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think the only thing that may want to hold on to Frenkie de Jong for is the 4-star skill moves.
Yeah.
Depending on if you enjoy using skills in the midfield, but ultimately, especially in a defensive midfield position, I don't think skills are particularly important, personally.
It really depends on the formation that you end up playing. I mean, you have McGinn, who's a really good all-rounder here, and also Guardiola, who is the defensive guy in this squad. And okay, if you play Frenkie de Jong as a cam, for example, if you switch up, then I would probably go with de Jong there, or go with McGinn and then put Sissoko on the back, on the CDM position. Really depending on the formation that you're using, but overall I would probably go with Sissoko over Frenkie de Jong here. And also I really like the suggestion with Aubameyang. I think that absolutely makes sense here. Having said that, we will move on to the next team, which is from IDEC. To be honest, he follows me and joined in December 2019. He says, @SheeshTube, #SheeshFifa. That's basically it. Also, he provided us with a generous budget of 30 to 34,000 coins. That is something we will try to work with here. First of all, we will check out his squad though. Ingo, we have Neto. Then we have Semedo, Longley, Hernandez, and Roussillon. In the midfield, we have Martial, Sissoko, then Matuidi, Lacazette, and Ousmane Dembélé. Up front, we have Lucas Moura. Nain is this team's name, probably because of Nainggolan, who isn't in the squad anymore. This team here has a team value of 120,000, so quite a cheap squad with a budget of 34,000 coins. Very specific. What do you think about this squad from the first look?
It's interesting, I think. I see sort of where you're going. You've got a lot of versatility in the midfield, definitely, with having two more defensive midfielders. I think with the coins you've got, it's probably going to be difficult to improve a lot of players. I think some way you could improve possibly is maybe replacing Neto with a Hugo Lloris. I think Hugo Lloris is fantastic this year. I really struggle against him when I play him in Weekend League. And I think he probably perform a lot better than Neto. And to be honest, that's the only sort of way I see you improving the squad with the coins you've got at the minute.
I was thinking what you could do. I definitely agree here. Neto is the position that you definitely can upgrade. I was thinking to save up for Ter Stegen here.
Yeah.
But also Lloris, like both are options that you can play here over Neto. But first of all, because of the budget constraint, my idea was to replace Matuidi by Tolisso, team of the group stage, because he's better in attacking and defensive-wise, he's also very comparable to Matuidi. Only 3 points worse in defense, same physical, also better dribbling, 3 stars in weak foot and skill moves instead of the 2-2 for Matuidi, which is a minus point. I would go with Tolisso here, who is quite cheap actually. Tolisso, team of the group stage, 18k at the current point, so only 8k more than Matuidi. Then my suggestion would be to save up for Ter Stegen, but Lloris definitely a cheaper option that you can also go for. This would be what I think about this squad. What do you think about Tolisso?
I completely forgot about that team in the group stage card. I didn't even cross my mind, to be honest. I think that is a very good suggestion though. I've used the storyline version, which is essentially the same stats, but the one that you had to grind all the way to level 34, and it was a really good card. It felt really strong in the midfield, so I think it's definitely a great suggestion.
It basically has got the same stats, almost. Just the storyline card is worse in shooting and defense, but better in passing and physics, but only by 1 point. Very similar. Kind of sad if you think about it, that you had to grind for a lot of time, or for a long time to get Tolisso, the storyline player, and then you can get him now for 18,000.
Yeah, that must feel horrible. It'd be cool if EA would like upgrade the storyline players if they get like a special card to keep it as a high rated version to sort of respect the effort put in, but
absolutely. And they haven't communicated that yet, right? I mean,
yeah, they have the league player versions, and I think they're different to the storyline. But it's all a bit confusing, really. It's the typical EA way of not telling us anything and expecting us to work it out, I think.
Yeah, maybe for Toti, who knows? They all of a sudden get a crazy boost, or like the Scream cards a couple of years ago. At a special point in time, you don't know when, but at a special point in time, they get a crazy boost or something. It stays interesting. Then let's check out the next team, which in this case is again from Hulak and so forth and so on. He follows me and joined in December 2019. Do you have any idea how to pronounce that? That sounds reasonable. He says, #Sheesh FIFA, #eSports FIFA 20. Budget of 300,000 on trades are Ter Stegen, icons and bench, plus reserves, 4-2-3-1 in-game, Neymar, Cam, Grisou, striker, and much love from Stockholm. Yeah, first of all, shout out to Sweden and to Stockholm. One quick note here, if you use hashtags on Twitter, you need to separate them by a blank space, which you did then in the comment, but just make sure to do it, because otherwise it will be impossible to find your tweets. And yeah, let's check out his team. In goal we have Ter Stegen, then we have Semedo, Piqué, also we have Rio Ferdinand and Alex Sandro. In the midfield we have Neymar, Allen, Pep Guardiola, also we have Griezmann and Ousmane Dembélé. Up front we have Dries Mertens. Yes, this team's value is 2.5 million. It has a budget of 300,000, so we're here again more on the higher end squads. Logo de Beining is this team's name. No idea what that means. Do you have any idea?
I think it's Unai Emery when he was going to to interviews after Arsenal games, he'd enter and he'd say good evening because he couldn't say evening.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like a meme within the FIFA industry right now.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. So it's not something Swedish, but more like a meme.
I think so. I could be totally wrong. That could just mean something in Swedish, and I've completely taken the wrong context of it. But I'd guess that, yeah.
It makes sense though.
Yeah.
So if you know more than us, or more than me actually, then let us know in the comment section. That would be interesting to know whether it's a Swedish word or whether it's Unai Emery, or in any case what it means. Let us know in the comments. And as for this team, this is your job, right?
So I would personally replace, and this is a personal preference, but I don't like Griezmann this year. I don't get along with him in game. I prefer Insigne, and I think that you definitely have more success with Insigne. I think he's faster, he's a bit shorter, but more agile, less physicality, but sort of better weaving in and out of defenders, I think. And I'd personally use him over Griezmann. So I'd replace Griezmann with Insigne at that right cam spot. I think I'd then go towards the left back spot and replace that UCL Alexandro with inform Alex Telles. Personally, really enjoyed him this year. He was a really good card for me for a large portion of my FUT Champs games. So I'd say he's definitely a big improvement on that left side. And then I'd say just start saving towards a road to the final Allen. That card is actually a big improvement and has the option to get upgrades if Napoli go further in the UCL. So I think that could also be a great improvement to the squad. And like you mentioned earlier, would retain his price based on upgrades as well. So I think that that's definitely somewhere to sort of aim towards and save towards. I think that's sort of where I'd leave it. I don't know if you agree or disagree with that.
No, I agree. Especially with Allen and Tejas. With Insigne over Griezmann, that is a personal preference. And I know the feeling that I know some players just don't work with specific play styles. For example, me, I do have it with Eden Hazard. Like, I remember 2 years ago, I think he had a 98 card or something, like the TOTS card. Or even 99, I don't remember. But some crazy card, and I had it in red, and it didn't click. It just didn't work for me. I feel like you have the same with Griezmann, right?
Yes, definitely.
So, yeah, I definitely do understand a change like this, although on the first glance it might look a bit weird if you just look at it, but I think it makes sense. I mean, Insigne is quicker, he has better dribbling stats, although he has worse shooting, you can boost that with a chemistry style. If you do prefer Insigne over Griezmann, I totally understand. I definitely understand, and yeah, that is then up to the guy who plays this team. Yeah, I overall like these changes that you've made. I think it makes sense, especially also Tejas, definitely a really good card, a really strong player, the team of the week card of Alex Tejas. And Allen, yeah, the road to the final card looks absolutely massive, so definitely agree on that one. So let's check out the next squad, which is from Harrison. He follows me and says many, whatever that means. Joined in June 2019. Do you have any idea what that could mean? Many?
No idea. Not a clue.
Okay. Alright, he says, hashtag Sheesh FIFA, rate my squad and who to buy, budget 100,000 and hashtag PS4 share. Very demanding, right? Go, rate my squad like a machine. I paid you for that. Alright, let's check out his squad. So, in goal, we have Silicon. Then we have Semedo, Longley. Also, we have Militao and Alex Tejas. In the midfield, we have Fabinho, Aguero, and Doucouré. Up front, we have Riyad Mahrez. Then we have Jamie Vardy. And then we have Sadio Mane. Brumtown is this team's name, and we have a team value of about 550,000 coins and a budget of exactly 100,000. And also we have some interesting players here on the bench, which is probably not a second team. Ryan, what do you think about this squad on first glance?
It's interesting. I like most of the players. I think you'd agree, first things first, replacing Silicon with Ter Stegen. Who's just the most OP goalkeeper on this game. He's ridiculous. I find it interesting that Doucouré over on that right side, because he's not on full chemistry. I wonder whether sort of replacing him with maybe the likes of a Frankie de Jong or even someone along the lines of possibly like a Fernandinho, someone that gets the links, might be a good shout. Aside from that, I think he's got good meta plays in the positions. Obviously, Jamie Vardy could be interchanged with the likes of Rashford, or I see he's got a Josh King on the bench. that he could use over Jamie Vardy, who I personally would use over Jamie Vardy. I like the Mane and I like the Mahrez though. I think they're both really good wingers this year.
You know what's the good thing about this squad?
What?
This isn't our job to do, because this is your job, guys. So we can lean back and relax and check the comments. I think, yeah, sometimes it's good to take the pressure off of your brain, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I'm sitting back and relaxing now. I'm enjoying this.
Nice. So, yeah. Let us know your opinions in the comments down below, and one of you will get featured in the upcoming episode. So, Ryan, first of all, you have to check him out on his YouTube account. It's ItsHaber. Do I pronounce it correctly?
It's ItsHaber. However, everyone pronounces it differently. I think it's one of those words that it has its own pronunciation for everyone. So I don't even try and correct people anymore. I like how everyone pronounces it differently.
Okay, does it have a meaning?
Yes, it does. It's my mother's maiden name. I don't know why I decided to use that as my YouTube account name. It doesn't make a lot of sense now thinking about it, but I just thought, why not?
Well, you need a name, so.
True, yeah.
All right, so yeah, you have to check him out, definitely. Other than that, if you want to get featured in these episodes, either on my channel or on Ryan's channel. For Ryan's channel, it's #ItsHaber. For my channel, it's #Sheesh FIFA. So you can send in console screenshots, which is really important here. Don't send in app screenshots that are not horizontal, because that's very important for the video. And yeah, make sure to have them in a good resolution on Twitter under the #SheeshFifa, or for Ryan under the #ItsHaber, and then make sure to follow us on Twitter. So these are the requirements in order to getting featured in this series. If you want to know how that works, there are links in the description how you upload from your console directly. And yeah, other than that, leave a like, subscribe to this channel if you liked this video, and I would leave the final words to you.
If you ever face me in Weekend League, please don't shush me. Have a nice day.
All right, in that sense.
Sheesh.
Música, 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 te traigo música, música.